and welcome to Marymass TV. I'm Orla and today I'm here with Councillor Ian Clarkson, who also happens to be the Provest. How are you today, Ian?
Good afternoon, feeling good, looking forward to tomorrow.
You are the Provest, as I mentioned. How long have you been the Provest?
Been the Provost for just over 3 years. I've been connected with Marymass for 20 years.
It's quite a while.
Yeah, when I first became a carter in Irvine and I was on the Carters Committee, I became the chairman of Marymass for 12, 13 years and now the Provost of North Ayrshire, and yeah, we have a big part to play in how Marymass shows up. Yeah.
So being the Provest, what does that entail for you? Like, what events do you do and what do you do basically?
Part of my job as Provost is to, when any visitor comes to North Ayrshire, to welcome them to North Ayrshire. As you can imagine, there's many visitors to Irvine for Marymass.
Yeah.
So my job basically is to welcome all who wish to attend Marymass and also to entertain them to some extent out at the moor tomorrow.
I noticed at the opening ceremony you were up on the balcony giving a speech. What was that like, standing up there with the crowd below you?
Yeah, we decided to do it that way this year because it's different, and we're very proud of the history, the traditions that we have in Irvine, and we could imagine someone standing up there maybe a couple of 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So we tried to take it back to its roots.
That was a really good idea. So, as I mentioned, you did the opening ceremony. What else have you done this week specifically that you've enjoyed or thought was quite fun?
I've enjoyed everything so far this week. One of the big things is the number of visitors, when I say visitors, number of well-known people who are coming to the marquee tomorrow out at the moor. And we have people like the Chinese visitors. We have got 50 of them coming into the parade from China. We've got a great relationship with them. Yeah. And 50 of them are coming to the parade. Some of them are coming into the marquee for the Provest lunch. We have the visitors from Voisin, our twin town in France. We have 3 councillors coming from Voisin and 3 members of the Jumelage. So many of the arrangements have been to make sure that the visitors are going to be welcomed in the proper way at the ceremony, at the crowning ceremony tomorrow, and at the marquee tomorrow.
I assume you've met the Queen and Her Marys, and someone told me that you went out for lunch with them the other day. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've met them 2 or 3 times. It's good to get to know them, and I can say quite clearly this year that the Queen and the Marys have gelled so easily.
Yeah.
To get 5 girls to do the job that they're doing is wonderful, but to get 5 girls who are enjoying it so much is brilliant, and it shows in things that they're doing every day. One of the things that we attended was a concert for the old people on Monday night. Almost 200 people when the Carters entertain them, feed them, we play games with them, and the girls were there helping out. Yeah. And the girls were up dancing the night away with the older people that were there.
Well, we've interviewed them a few times and they're so lovely and they seem so involved, and even in just the last few days the confidence has grown so much in front of crowds and camera. It's really great to see.
It's all a build-up for tomorrow, and the unfortunate thing tomorrow is that the Queen will be in her coach by herself. The other 4 girls, the Marys, they'll be in the coach together. And one of the things that they usually say is, I wonder how the Queen's getting on. So it's quite a lonely passage for the Queen from the Town's House round the schemes in Irvine and out to the moor. It is quite scary for her.
Do you know why it is that she's put alone? Is it just because she's the Queen and she does
because she's
her
the
own
Queen?
one? Yeah.
But she'll get her photo. Everyone wants to take the photo of the Queen.
Yeah.
So she's got a lot to do. Hopefully that will keep her occupied.
And well, you mentioned that you were involved with Marymass for what, 20 years was it?
Yeah.
Throughout those 20 years you must have made a lot of memories. What has been your favourite memory?
Probably the most favourite one was the first time I was on the horse. That was 2 years ago as Provest, and the first Provest I believe ever that's ridden from the Town's House out to the moor. That was a wonderful experience. Before that, I used to walk at the side of the Queen's Carriage, but being up on a Clydesdale, looking at the people around you, some cases 10 deep on the footpaths, it's absolutely wonderful.
That does sound
And
amazing.
I'll be up on the horse again tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite exciting. Are you excited for tomorrow then?
Yeah, some people say you've done it all before, but this one, everyone is different. The good thing is that when we looked at the forecast, weather forecast a couple of weeks ago, that didn't look good at all. But over the past few days, it's come out and it looks as if it's going to be very good tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks really sunny, so that should be great for filming as well for our crew.
Yeah.
So you said you've been Provest for 3 years, and obviously that doesn't just involve Marymass. What else have you done with schools and with, I don't know, orchestras and stuff like that throughout the years?
One of the favourite things that I did, one of the schools I went into, I set them a competition. The first year I was on the horse, and it was to draw the Provest on the horse. And the kids at the school did the drawings, and I worked out who was the best who did the best picture, and I invited 3 of them down to the council, and we entertained them down there. But the good thing is that they enjoyed the experience of the limousine coming to the school, collecting them, bringing them down to the school, down to Cunningham House, and taking them back. So things like that, we're trying to get involved in the schools, and it does work.
Yeah, it's great to get kids involved and stuff like that. Carrying on with the theme of you being Provest, I've seen you going about and you've got a big gold chain on sometimes. Is there any history behind that chain? What exactly is it?
The chain it was a new one that came into effect in 1996 when North Ayrshire became its own area. Before that it was Cunningham District, and before that it was Strathclyde region, and before that it was Irvine Borough. So the chain that I normally wear as Provest is the one that was brought into force in 1996. And whenever the chain is out of the safe, there has to be an officer with it because of the cost of the chain.
Really? So it's quite expensive.
Very expensive. And I make a joke about it. It's not me that the officer is there to look after, it's the chain.
Yeah, is it heavy? It looks quite heavy.
It's heavy, yeah.
Hence why you're not wearing it today.
No, because I'm not here as Provest. I'm here, well, I'm actually on my way home from Cunningham House, and I thought it right just to come as myself.
Fair enough. So, as I said, you're Provest, as everyone now knows, but you're also a councillor. How did you first become involved in becoming a councillor?
I first became a councillor 24 years ago, and I've been a councillor 24 years non-stop. When I was asked to become, I put my name on the list of possible councillors, not believing that I would win. But I did win, and I've been a councillor ever since.
Well done. So as a councillor, do you do more things to do with the community, kind of a bit like being a Provest? But is, like, what's your kind of main focus when you're a councillor?
The main things that I do is talk to organisations, talk to individuals, and I am fortunate that Irvine is steeped in history, steeped in tradition, and there's quite a few organisations in Irvine that I am a member of. So I know most of the history about Irvine. I keep in touch with all the organisations, and I think the people who are part of these organisations realise how important it is that they have a councillor, and when it comes to Marymass, they want to get invited.
Well, as a councillor, what was going to ask? I just had a question, it's completely gone. As a councillor, what has been your biggest achievement, would you say, or favourite achievement, or like most fulfilling thing you've done?
There would be a big list in that. Probably becoming Provest. It tells me that my peers in the council believed I was good enough to do the job.
Yeah.
And to take that responsibility has been huge. 3 years into the job, I thoroughly enjoy it. I've got 2 years to go. What will I do after that? I haven't a clue. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it. The busier the better. We have great associations with the Chinese. We have great friendships with the French. and it's all part of the Provest duties to make sure that continues.
Yeah, well, it's really great. Thank you so much for coming in and like speaking to me and relaying all your deepest, darkest Provest secrets to us. That was Marymass TV. Tune in tomorrow for live shows of the big day. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.